Then maybe we actually have some light. Wouldn't that be cool? There's the bot. It is 9 in the morning, isn't it? Yes. Neat. So, a lot of energy. Where are the NPC dialogues that I would have expected with this long drive? Like, this is such a long road before things are getting interesting. I would have expected NPCs to comment on my approach in some form or another. Yeah, shut up. My front right light is very sad. Oopsie.
There's the expansion wall. It separates the outer zone from the mid-zone, and more importantly, us from those two idiots. This will get you one step closer to the deep zone. It's far past its prime, so watch your step.
Of course, but before we do that, we're gonna do a little looting. Because this is a story, by the way, we can go further. Normally we wouldn't, because like this is where we clicked, so we can go one further. Thanks, story. Which is probably a tutorial zone, if I had to guess, where we have our first contact with unstable energy. This dumpster is just sad. Okay. That's fine, brother. You don't have to. Every contribution is free anyway. The radio gave more than the television. I have questions. Oh, this noise wants to tell me there is not much in this. Well, yeah, I know. Maybe we can try again? No, this one is just sad. Cha-ching. That happens when they teleport on a spot where already an item is. Yeah, that is by far one of the most entertaining things you can do with them. That gave an achievement for me kicking them. Yes, you can do that, although I don't think it's a smart idea. They do explode a bit faster. Silence, dickhead. All right. So, how exactly are we going through here? I mean, for now, let's just go there, I guess. Thank you for disappearing. Well, looky there. What a lucky day, hmm? Don't tell me it short-circuited again. Oh my god. I thought it was just electrified. Dickhead. Absolute fucking dickhead move. At least we get a free repair from the part that we fixed. They could have just left it half broken. But they're actually not that dickhead. They are dickheads? Not this dickhead. And not this dickhead. Did we had one of those? Ah, yeah, it's an investigator. Well, you know what that means. You do know what that means. Holy shit. And we have one more thing over here. Whenever we will have water. We have water! Down there is water! For the first time in this entire game, ladies and gentlemen, we will have water. Rejoice! Well, I will then still not understand what this does. Well, maybe we can see it in the water more easily what exactly happens. That is a very big wall. The government has money for that, but not for helping people with houses. As always. Neat. There are just 3 energy sources right next to each other. It's beautiful. And there are electrical towers next to the water. I couldn't think of a worse combination. Ladies and gentlemen, water. Yes. now, nothing happened. What is this? What is my gain from this? I don't know. Small trade, by the way. Doing this. Changes nothing, but I wanted it this way. Yeah, cool. I think. Like nothing changed, so is it cool? Don't know. Glass is also swimming on the water. I love it when people don't implement their physics engines from different materials. Thank you. Like, this has to be some sort of, I don't know, story-driven events or something like that, that there are 3 of these right in front. Probably because the zone after that has none of them, but that would make one stuck, so they can't do that. Or this is just a pure coincidence and we're very lucky. Could be. Unlikely, but could be. The fact that matters is that we have a lot of energy. Nine, 5.9 energy. That is insane. Although I don't need unstable energy, to be honest. I would even take corrupted if you are so generous. I don't know how deep the water goes. Like, I personally have no problem by just walking on it. However, I own a car. That doesn't mean I have any idea of how cars behave or react to water. What a coincidence, by the way, that I can drive up there, because otherwise we would be completely fucked. Ah, so we are in the wall now, huh? Okay, it's just a water warning. Yeah, I know. We are really happy and lucky that we have enough space to drive with a car through here, because if this would be a small water production, this would have been a complete nightmare. Makes sense that this zone has perpetual stability, because how exactly would you want to alter something like this? Well, the game is answering this question quite loudly. Wow, that wasn't nearly nothing. Hello. Catch glass. I will use my resources effectively by throwing them in the mannequin's head. Give it your Bananen. Maybe. You will never know. I think somewhere a part of my trash just got flown into in another universe. Otherwise I couldn't explain to you why this happened. The exit is probably only this part, huh? What? Whatever. Let's continue. That is actually quite a different place to drive through. I never really expected that we drive through a fucking wall or dam or whatever. That is kind of cool. Light? Oh yeah, it's just a light. Okay, never mind. All of these things still work because of zone shenanigans. That's the good thing about the story. The game, whenever someone has a logical question for the game can always say, yeah, it's because of the zone. And the thing is, you can't really say anything against it since we don't know how the zone works, huh? And we do have electromagnetic and electrostatic phenomena that can explain why things are still powered. Okay, listen. You cannot make this and expect me not to do this. Maximum greed, ladies and gentlemen. Maximum greed. Yay! Beautiful. Hey, look, this time we actually got more out of it than we stuck in. Okay, this is a invisible wall. It's the first invisible wall. All the other walls are instability walls, right? Yeah. But this one is actually just invisible. I just assume that we cannot go into these wagons. That's a very interesting drive, and it's in an enormously giant wall. So I guess this entire zone in between was previously like a military observed space. Make a lot of sense. Oh, pillars, cool. No, really, I love them. Now we take the same way a train would have taken. Makes sense. Well, what you're expecting, huh? I literally drove through a tunnel right now. What would have been over here, if I may so ask? A blocked off road, okay. And that is a foot stepping on a landmine or something like that? I don't know. Doesn't matter, don't care, didn't ask, I did ask, but whatever. Let's go. Hello. Speed. Maybe in the inner zones, out of the forest. Is it out of the forest actually? On Arda's side. Maybe. Hear me out. We not have so much rubble and grass on the street. Wouldn't that be cool? Atmospheric shifts. Many vehicles. Minimal. Oh, this is not mining. That is just resource density. So probably in terms of things in containers and something like that. Alright. The stabilizers of the mid-zone.
Hello, friend. Welcome to our side of the wall. Oh, what's this? Your connection's wobbly as jam. Worry not. Our signal is crystal clear.
I see.
Obvious, don't you think?
Right, ask me if I can. Yeah, the mid-zone's been marinating in all this radiation for so long. Things don't work the same as they do in the outer zone. But the good news is, we live here. We can help you, no sweat.
First things first, we've got to extend the signal from the garage. Otherwise, Obby's equipment won't be much help. Hooking you into a mid-zone stabilizer should do the trick. Look around. You should be able to see one up a hill somewhere.
We have entered the swamp. A salamander grotto. You know it, it's almost like frog spawn. The thing is, I don't see any sign of it growing or changing. I've now discovered a dozen such collection of these egg things. And sure, they must be organic, but I've a little more to go on than that. Do they function like eggs and provide some form of incubation and safety? How are they sustained? And if all or even some of that is the case, what is growing in here? Growing or waiting? They're curiously warm, and a fashion quite unlike everything else I am ever came across. It is almost calming. I see nothing tending to these, nor any evidence of what might have first deposited them. The only connection I can find is that those gigantic glowing orbs are usually nearby, and what little wildlife I can still recognize around here steers well clear. It steers well clear. Found in the mires. I see. We have already collected some of those. Was it in here? Yeah, from one of the trucks. We got already have some of those marsh eggs. Well, you don't think you can have some thermosap in huge quantities and numbers, by the way. Like 50 upwards for some engine. You can consider this a new biome. Not even biome, new section entirely. So if there was a moment where new stuff could be found, then here is the answer. Orb. Giant orb. Amazing. I love it. When the sky turns against the zone and its residents, as it is so often, sometimes it come bearing gift. Alright, I thought so. Eerie darkness, overcharged electricity. The organic material within of the Earth's soft shells displays a remarkable, even alarming... Oh, we read this. While acid is commonly considered dangerous or remarkable defense mechanism, it has many useful applications. It is a found items. I'd estimate... Yeah, I noticed. The Scrambler is annoying when I hope he's just not always omnipresent and will come wherever I am. But the sudden hot dust is even worse right now. Okay, back to reading. I'd estimate it's been some 10 to the 12th to a month now, maybe more. I'd hope the passage of season would serve at least some broad frame of reference, but that doesn't seem to happen here anymore. The climate is largely constant, while the weather is subject to the sudden swings that are impossible to predict. Storms appear out of nowhere, rain sometimes spontaneous, the skies clear quite sudden, through never enough that I can get a good look at the stars. However, my compass still seems to be working, at least most of the time. The moon, however, that's something else. I can usually still make it out, but something is different. Something is changing. I can't tell if it's some local atmospheric change here or... But to suggest anything beyond that is ridiculous. Why would the moon have changed? And on those subjects, those strange orbs, those static glowing spheres, have been changing color again. They are now curiously shade of orange or burnt sienna. This seems to be their most static color, yet I wonder if this signal some state of maturity. We'll see. They seem to be somehow guarding those strange nests of giant frog spawn. No, I couldn't say guarding because that implies intelligence, but they're often nearby. I found a new cage of food last night, and I have nothing but time, so I shall contemplate these orbs. But they are not doing anything? Ah! As much as I know, engines are not a big fan of water. We shouldn't do this. said, let's do it anyways. Look, something I know. An abductor, I know that. How is engine looking? Good. Which door do you want to open? No? Oh, actually, that is required. They have both ways. It is really annoying that I always have to look away first for a moment to the thing, realizing that I pressed the button on the object. Okay, that's just a radio though. Oh yeah, we haven't read on the new anomaly, although I think I know what it is. It is like a broken bunny, but more moving towards me? Shaggy's Grambler. Telephone transcript. Central Exchange Monitoring. October 2nd, 1967. We nearly got him. Sally. We're here within an inch of catching that Scott guy. We almost did it. I swear to you, we're gonna triumph here. The regular just can't. The regulars just can't. After 11 months hiding out in the zone, stealing cars, breaking into shelters, taking food, you know how we're gonna do it? Anomalies. We used roadblocks to funnel him deeper to where we knew those basely malfunctions things were. And you know what they did? A whole pack of them descended on his car, right in front of us. His engine dies, his battery burns out, his steering locks. He ended up stuck there in the middle of the road with nothing but his regrets. And then somehow he still gets away. Just melting into the darkness. I guess it didn't help that all our cars had started malfunctioning too. But that's not what matters. Mark my words, we'll catch him next time. Alright, those things, terrifying. I hate them. Yeah, this is blue, this is yellow, this is orange. We don't need an explanation for this. A sea track. I have never read this apparently. You know that? I missed the paint. Ah, the paint stripper. For removing it. It's probably a cooler ID, gonna be honest. Yep, we're taking the cooler path. Maybe even we can test some more with the orbs. I hope the water is never so deep that the engine is gurgling, because if this happens, let me tell you, brother, this thing is over. Can we even build a crude engine? I don't think so. Yeah, okay, this is lost. Absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. Well, at least it's not teleporting. Good thing we have a huge amount of battery. And how is this not on my fucking map, dude? Well, let's just go around, I guess. Off-road tire test. Very good. Hey. How late is it in here? Well, I guess this is acid, huh? A Belgian barnacle. Yep, that's acid. Now, I wish I had a more localized source of that stuff, because I do have one of these acid shells in my backpack. But as of right now, I don't think I can do something that is way too short and unpredictable. That looks unstable. That looks unstable. Okay, there is no limit how much I can take with me. That was my next question. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. We finally found our first unstable energy. Big. That means a lot of unlocks. However, I could not tell you how much energy we got. What was the symbol? Was that the scrambler? Even though we're still this far away? A cough box. Well, I'm just going to think that this means corrosive. Corrosive. Hell yeah, it is. Nice. Now this is also open and I still don't know what to do with them. But I will have my answer. Sooner or later. Actually... keep him. Daddy has to go a little shopping. Yeah, let's call it shopping. Weird. Is this a graveyard? No. Sad. I like graveyards. Not really. They're just some stones sticking in the ground. Never gave me a gravestone, please. Just burn me. Oh! Well, looky there, we get both. I thought I get corrupted energy only within the deep. But no. I get it here as well. That is very welcome. This, for example, is also a thing, I would guess, that would make sense. That my car can generate, obtain. That my car could contain some quirks, because this is like actually corruptive energy. So this would actually make sense if my car begins behaving weirdly after injecting a lot of that. Let's hope it isn't that way. And let's hope it's not like driving right and the car engine that goes off. Imagine something like that. You have to complete a quote-unquote mission just by turning left all the time. Well, don't mind if I do. should remember that if I want to equip it immediately, also press right click. Yep. What is this? A little insect thing. That is, by the way, quote unquote, and I'm not lying, the first real animal I saw on, like, close saw. Yeah, I saw some birds fly around every here and then. But this is like the first thing that my character, if I had hands, physically touch. I don't think bunnies are animals, by the way. Not those bunnies, at least. They are a concept made by the ADA Corporation to let you think that animals are real. Or that junk has a life. One of these things. I can't yet put the finger on it. What exactly they want to show me that. Alright. I'm going there per foot. I should. It's quite high up. Oh no, actually it's going down, right? Tree and unstable energy? And weird acid things? Brother, sign me up. A rotten egg. Sure. And they secured. What the fuck do you mean with secure? Oh. I wanted to hit it, but in this case, it is actually just fucking raw violence. Which is bad, because that means I need a lot more space. But this is one I can safely open anywhere. So then I definitely know if there ever was an item inside and I lost it, then I know. Ooh. Huge. They are not... Ah! They leave these funny things behind. Good thing I parked behind the fucking tree, dude. Okay, they leave this behind. From now on, armored cars are free for the hunt. That is still quite a lot I have to get though. The chances that I'm getting hit are quite low, so I don't really pay attention to this thing. I will eat my words if I get hit, but unless this happens, I will stay in my cocky form. Yeah, what? There is no need for wood, let's be honest. I am walking a bit around instead of immediately going to my car. Like, I imagine this thing being like still dripping unstable energy after I plug it out. So instead of directly going to my car, potentially getting damaged in any way or form, I just, you know, take a quick walk-see in another direction. Oops. Let's go back. Yeah, the off-road tires are really good. Really, really good. That is probably one of the best road tires ever. Because you don't need to be fast on the road. And without those tires, you have extreme problems when it comes to any sort of terrain that isn't the street. Which, well, I can count one street on this thing, and everything else is terrain. Not considered street. So I am better be prepared for 79% of terrain instead of 3% road. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my based bullshit opinion. Well, you can play different. I hope they are okay with that. Because I'm surely am. Neat. Yoink. Chemicals and gas cylinders, so the same as always. I'm looking for new stuff that has not been found anywhere else before. Like thermosap in huge quantities, or some more of those funny egg. Not yet though. Frongus. Ribbit. I have to use some more of those flare agains, because we are having a second stack of them, and had for quite some time, I think. Are you anomalies? You either are anomalies or you're just very unfortunately placed with radiation. Not sure. Nor do I care. You're unfortunately placed with radiation. Okay, gotcha. Alright. I wish I could open these. Like, come on, but can't tell me there's a fucking container and nothing of interest inside. Something like this doesn't happen. The container is always filled with stuff, or it is securely placed somewhere else.
Okay, stabilizer in section D is online. Coming through loud and clear. Hey, Francis, pan the car's broadcast
I
frequency to the
expected
stabilizer,
this.
would you? Hey, come on, I can't do this without you.
Fine. There. The receiver's hooked in now.
And we're patched into all that sweet ARC device data. Nice work. Oppie won't be able to block us out anymore. Well, better get going. Here it comes.
Danger. Panda. We have to read the Korth Storm, by the way. Or Korth Cloud was it, I think. I mean, let's be honest, you quite probably know what it does. It's a corrosive fucking cloud. It's not that hard. Oh. And he even was so friendly and stopped in front. What a brother. What a brother. The yellow zone drove in quite fast now, huh? Sploinky, sploinky. The mid-zone crossing, and it would take a miracle. Complete a... Let me read my achievement! Complete a run with at least 4 junctions without breaking or removing any car parts.
Magic teleporter? We could have been beaming all over the zone this whole time? Don't worry, I'll restore her connection once you do us a little favor. We suspect Oppie's hiding a copy of Arda's database in that auto shop of hers. Find it, and we can get back to this remnant business.
A little favor. So we are betraying Poppy? Well, I don't have a choice. There is an illusion of choice.
I've identified the electrical circuit for the garage's security system.
And there's an auto security lock in that circuit. So once I do this... Yeah, bingo! That security lock's powered on now. We try that overload code from the observation towers. 4735.
Thank you.
Driver, something you should know about that database? When Arda's funding began to dry up, they handed us our final paycheck with one hand and the same-day evacuation orders with the other. Oppie was a higher up, though more entitled than an actual power by that time. She would have known about Arda's plan to close up shop and had enough time to download all the research data before losing access. That data could contain what we need to help you.
Define help. More loot. Because that's the help I want. I mean, yeah, you could get me out, but does it matter? No. What? I thought I gotcha. Okay. Small parts in here. Go down. What do you have to say? Is instinct intelligence? No. Do we know why we want things? What does this mean for the anomaly? No. Desire and want is not intelligence. I will die on this. By the way, a thing we are going to do now is this. Put this here. We can open this, and we will. Soon. Anyway, what is in here? It is a toilet. Arc Dock. Hmm. A database containing years of LIM research and development data, stolen from Order by Poppy herself. The shell appears to have started to grow much thicker, metallic outer layers, perhaps for security. The energy gains within this anchor, plus the effects of damage for aging, have made it volatile and extremely unpredictable. Is it useful to you? Yes. Is it dangerous? Absolutely. My favorite! This anchor has clearly suffered a great deal of damage and degradation. That, or perhaps it experiments some kind of overload or imbalance. It may not be wise to touch this, or take it away, or keep it, or... And you are a wise person, right? Yeah, I'm having it in my car already. The Arc Dock. And they apparently know where to install this?
Boy, oh boy, look at all these gizmos in here. Arpia wasn't operating no normal auto shop. A fabrication station. Oh, her personal vault? I bet there's some good stuff in there.
I'm uncomfortable intruding like this. Can you not?
Hold the phone. There's a machine that prints bobbleheads?
What? Show me.
Oh, you did it! Hey, you actually did it! Ah, boy howdy, I cannot wait to dig through all this data.
Ooh.
As promised, I'll fix Hoppy's connection.
Do you read me? Come in. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, you old bat.
I see. The comms clear up suddenly, and I find you two patched into the garage frequency.
Power-
It all makes sense now.
No idea what you're talking about. So, Hoppy, what's the plan? You must have some grand scheme, don't you?
Let me get this straight. You hijacked my mission, tapped into my frequency, and now you want to be all buddy-buddy. Not on your life.
Yes.
You think you're hot stuff. Why don't you take the lead then? Get the driver through all by your damn selves.
Did she just hang up on us? Well, guess it's our time to shine. So, Francis, you got any ideas?
Well, we know the driver needs to get to the deep zone, but it's too dangerous to head there directly. We have to zero in on exactly where to go. The signal amplification trick won't work here. The ambient instability is too strong in the mid-zone.
How indeed. There was
We just
one
drive there?
other time where the mass hallucination and the remnants intersected. Drive, I've tagged a route for you. Whenever you're ready,
Ugh.
give it a spin.
0.4 unstable? Okay. Better than nothing. Okay, let's be very cautious. What is a plasma scrapper? The power of a plasma makes this upgrade scrapper almost feral. Feel its fury as it shudders in your hands. Hear its roars as it tears metal from metal. Scraps like never scraps before. Okay, listen. I don't care. Resource yield, fair. Resource yield, poor. Alright? You got me? That's more resources. That is literally all I needed to hear. Like, come on. Come on. Eh? Come on. You know how I work. Too little of everything. 4! Yeah, ready, no chance. That should have been my first upgrade, but doesn't matter because we didn't get enough in the first place. You will get more though. Soon. That is fairly reasonable. I hereby declare you sitting here. You going away, and you from now on sitting in my inventory. Then you can go away, and cool. I will make myself, that's the old one, a more sophisticated hammer, a more sophisticated, there is no pipe upgrade. No. Resource yield excellent. Alright. You got me. We actually got something back. That is insane. Now, what is a dock and... Wait, that was correct? What? Okay, apparently that is where it belongs. That's good? Anyways, I want information. What exactly is this now? Like, I'm very sorry. Okay, I can open them, and then? What then? An abandoned squad. Yeah, the armored car. Jimbo! I'm at my wit's end here. The guys you're giving me are stupid. They're idiots. 23 years in the army, and I swear to God, we are at the lowest point. No, you listen. Listen to me. They cannot be out here touching everything they come across. New rule. Assume everything is asset. Everything. Oh, is that right? You think I haven't heard these words before? Listen. My first deployment was Italy. I was fighting hand to hand in Monte Cassino a week after I arrived. You know where I was before that? I was in a goddamn camp in McNeil. Guys like you shipped me and my family to a camp in Washington because you thought we would turn against our own damn country. 23 years and I am not going to die back in this stupid state because some blimped private doesn't listen because you are not briefing your soldiers. Now, you sort this out and you sort it out today, or I take this all the way to the top, and if you think men who look like me don't complain, I'll show you just how far this can go. One of us has a Bronze Star and one of us has a plywood desk. Sort out your battalion and don't you ever dare question my loyalty to this service or this country ever again. Ah, yes, America, It's difficult, you know? I mean, what do you tell a guy's mom? Do you say, sorry Mr. Baker, your son is just a blob of goo now? Do you say, it wasn't an entirely meaningless death, those scientists probably got some data from him? Do you say, I saw him dissolve right in front of my eyes, but a lot of his clothing is still here. He is in superhero shorts. He just runs straight into the thing. It was so pointless, I feel bad for her. They're asking why it won't be for the open casket. For Christ's sake, you could pour him into a jar. You might as well pump him into the coffin. Sad? No, I saw worse things in the war. and they happened to people I cared about a lot more. This guy was a jerk. So you want to see what the new Poilter movie? That guy's slick. Nice. That's a quick turn of events. Alright people, first of all, we have to stop calling these things geysers. A geyser launching a jet of water, not gas. These things are blasting warm air and whatever goo this is. Got that? Have you got that? Second, whatever you do, do not try to enter one. These things go deep. Turns out the zone isn't just wrecking things around. There's some kind of thin fissure resulting from the Earth's crust being scrambled up. They are blasting jets of warm air from so far down as the mantle. Third, these might not be entirely bad news, but we are thinking they are acting almost like a valve that prevents greater pressure from building. This may be why the geological activity we expected in the Pacific Northwest has decreased. We hope we know more soon. In the meantime, not geysers, okay? Stop calling them geysers, please. Huh? What did you say over there? Yeah, sure. They look like that. Call them barnacles. Whatever. Alright, so... in their proximity, I am relatively safe, is what you want me to say? We have a lot of these funny little shells, but I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. Like, yeah, it's open now and now. That was my final plan. I don't know what they do. But gamer logic dictates that it is something useful. This has no reason, right? Yeah. Hello, car. Come on, let me try. Okay, that's cool. But not really helpful. Now we have open things that do nothing. Like we have quite the amount now, but I couldn't tell you what to do with them. Except collect, but then again there are potentially an infinite amount of them. So what am I doing with them? Do I send them? No. Do I... Could there be acid in the garage here? Actually, I have to... Maybe do we have water here? No? Was this just graphical? Or does it, oh my god, that actually works. Okay. That is the most tedious fucking piece of dog shit I have ever seen, but it works. Now something is different, because it will now open while we have it in our hand. Nothing changed. For a moment I was about to scream, or maybe have a eureka moment, I wasn't sure. But if something would have happened while we have this in our hand, that would have changed things completely. But neither of these things happened. We just have another one of those open. And we could make them open now even more. Which is great! No, really, it's great. I just don't know why. Like, alright, I can open them. For what? You know, I'm a bit happy, by the way, that, right, I'm a bit happy and unhappy. Unhappy in that this game doesn't seem to be very popular, so not really much people watch it. Second, however, is I'm unlucky because now I would really want to have a Twitch chat who tells me things. Is it anything in the garage that could be something to do with this? Part lockers, obviously understandable what it is. Okay? Sure. Advanced antenna, incident board, records the number of runs since your last, you know, never happened. Never will, probably. Investigator module, sure, maybe, I could. Why? Advanced workbench, next target. Expanded matter regenerator. Like, this I really want because it's not so tedious. The deco vent, unuseful. The only thing, can I regenerate it? Let me be honest, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, it's not really a thing. They make funny sounds, but that's about it, what they do. I really don't know what they are doing. And for lack of a better word, it drives me insane. I cannot disassemble them, like the pearls. Speaking of pearls, by the way. I can I split, by the way? No, not really. Fuck. Good job, CJ. You have destroyed your order. One wrong button. So you wanted flares, No, but the game thought I won't. And so I now will. This is one of the most painful moments in video game history. Because you open every container with a fucking hold of E. Same thing here. It's the same symbol than anything else. But everything that is big has been taken up. Once they are open, you look inside. You open them and then you look inside. They are fucking loot boxes where you just short press E. Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is by far the most painful thing I have ever made in my entirety of video games. Right now, I don't know if I should be angry at the game for having look inside and pick up be the same button, or I should be angry at myself for slowly but surely turning into a fucking Redditor. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, that was fucking game journalist niveau what I just delivered on this one. Holy fucking shit, I should probably throw myself in front of a bus. That is... wow! Holy shit! And it's the same with this one, but I never opened this like this. Wait. Oh, it's this one. Because I always... ah! You know, it would have been cool if the game would have have an option for this, because this is a container, okay? Now, wouldn't it be cool if this container could be inserted in here and just throw out all the stuff inside of the container? Because yes, it is effectively useless, but let me tell you, I wouldn't have felt so incredibly stupid right now. Ah, that really hurts, boys. That really hurts. You have absolutely no idea how much that hurts. It is physically painful. Alright, loot box time, Mountain rims. I see. Now, anyway, can I put things inside here? No. Okay, they are not free storage containers. Return to garage to install. Oh my god, it is decoration. Ooh! Street signs. Well, I probably should go in the front, huh? So, ladies and gentlemen, I now finally understand how the loot works. S and F. It is bearded Keanu Reeves caught in the moment of nothing. Cool. A mounted guitar. That goes right next to the other free time thing. I'm just sad now. Just sad. No happy. Just sad. It's wood. I can make my car look like wood. I'm gonna lie, thinking about it. Pink. A rapid volt sign. That would be very cool right here, or we put it here. I see. This has nothing to do with that. I get it. Another guitar. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, let us ask us a question. Paint and plastic. A mounted tourist. Well, this one obviously goes in front, huh? If it would be more light, I would actually put it on there, but no. I'm looking for light stuff right now. You go here. Right next to the green thing, we have now a red thing. And I really hope it is just decoration, not exploding in any way or form. We already have those. Those are here, those are here, yep. Now we are beginning to have some growing pains. Where we need to think about slowly but surely discarding or using one of them. Some of the stuff we have, because as of right now, in the beginning I wished I had some paint. Right now, let me tell you, we are a bit over what I expected. Next. Another guitar. Hello? Same thing, as always. The paint stripper. Even more wood. It could be that all those things I occupied their unlockability because I never opened them. Cool. It is duck. And we have 3 more that we can even open right here. Yippee. Yahoo, even. We could make a rainbow car by just randomly painting whatever we find, which is also called lazy, but we could make it sound like it is an intended thing and then say it's stylish. So then, boys, I hope you're ready for this. They are fucking loot boxes, dude. And I press... Never in my life have I prematurely left the E key, so I looked inside of it. Insane. Yeah, sure, just throw it away. So we can open electric and we can open water in the garage. From what I know, it doesn't seem like we can open corrosive and we can open the wishbone. Like the wishbone is quite direct what it needs to be opened, and it is probably the... And not the hardest, we have a lot of inductors and now we have acid because acid was previously unattainable for us. I think we can now just open all of them. A mounted bunny. Is it a cool one though? Kinda. Where's my fronto exit here? So we do have a secondary fuel if needed. There you go. Basically never see you there, but whatever. I wish I could hold F for a harder punch. A balloon. One balloon. One balloon. Another guitar. You are going to be joking me. Beige. Neat. Alright, we have a lot of color. Do we want to change our color composition up a bit? Or... no. Let's ask a different question first. What do we have the most? Normal red. If I take this red and this red... and what else do we have? We have blue. A lot. Can we scrap them and get something meaningful out? Bare minimum, I guess. But you know, it's better than nothing. So I take it. Alright, anyway, car maintenance now, finally. Wrong one. Why are you there? Ah, you dickhead. Then like that. Alright. This is the second hardest in damage. And one here. Yoink. Yoink. Well, I guess we keep this one then, huh? Yep. Let's put the old one in the back and the newer one in the front, since you know that is where we will hit things most likely. And we could, hear me out. Wow. Actually that is not taking up a lot of resources from this thing. Good blowtorch. Good blowtorch. It is also very fast. The oops. It is also very fast. This thing. Way faster than the putty, definitely. Maintenance. I wish this would have a bit more space upwards so I can have this with me all the time. Nah, whatever. Fill the tank. Actually, Let's see how little we have to use this. Because we can always steal more. I mean, scavenge. It's not stealing, nobody owns it. This one is empty, perfect. This one is ready with supplies. We have another plasma cutter now. Big, big. Those are the doors that have, you know? We don't need to be cautious in that regard anymore. We can just do this. Until we have the auto repairer. That's probably the most economic way to do this. And what is a blowtorch costing? Just asking for no reason. Unstable energy. Neat. Okay, that is, you know. You know, sure, why not? To celebrate this day, how about we have another locker? Hmm? Wait, what? Locker out here? Nah, dude. Why the fuck do I want a locker outside? Well, unless it's like medium unimportant stuff in that case, maybe, but also only stable energy. Okay. What are the racks costing? More energy, okay. Oh, I have to... Okay, I have to install it first as well. I can't just make both of them. Have you ever considered more storage? I mean, we could, in theory, also install some other things in there, but other than battery, I mean, we could. What is that one thing? What is it? It was a not battery jumper. It's lightning rod. 0.5 kilowatt per bolt. Now, that requires that I have it equipped most of the time, which is useless when it is not storming. So this generates stuff when I drive through water. Depends on how big that thing is. Like if it is a small 2x1, which I highly doubt, I can just have it in here, and when the need arrives or the opportunity comes, I can just swap it out. I, for some reason, highly misthink that this will be like it. It is not expensive though. It is huge. Yeah. Is it looking cool? Bro, I don't know, dude. It's hard to argue with something like that. We have an extra battery in, so we don't really need it. It's really hard to justify something like that. That's even more storage, and this is the entire fucking roof rack. Sure. Let's put more absolute abominations on this. This is definitely one giant storage. I am the danger for the ecosystem. Because let me tell you, I'm going to burn so much stuff just to get from A to B. resource scanner an idea, although I'm just a goblin in general. It can make me jump. That's a fun ability. And you know, there are many roadblocks, and now that I think about it, many times there is those guidelines on the side which are really fucking annoying. If I just could give myself a little push. Gonna be honest, not the worst idea now that I think about it. Utility? No. Utility. No, man. For a reasonable price is... I thought... Okay, this is a seat bag. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna make it anyway. Because... Now, hear me out. I think I can just make the other thing as well. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Hallo! Whatever. Okay. I don't know if I want to put it on shift though. Because this is a button I press when it is, you know, flimsy. So I put it on control. Oh, that's an ability as well. Okay, let's put the jump packs on control. A brief but powerful jolt of upward motion. And those are Star Arc Dog. This enhanced version of the Arc device will able to administer rudimentary pain relief and first aid to the occupant of the driver's seat. However, the energy this requires will be a substantial drain of the battery. You still remain unsure if this device works. It's a genius, is extremely illegal, stolen technology, or some... Awesome! Okay, hear me out. A, we don't have something better right now we can put there. And B, if for some reason we are about to die in the car because, I don't know, all the doors are blown up and we are nearly out of the exit, but we still have battery, then we can use it. It is highly unlikely that this will ever happen. But it could. And if we don't use it, then we just don't use it, I guess. Why is Friendly Dumpster on the checklist again? Can I redo this with him now? I think he's mad. Alright, I think we are ready. No funny honking when I set it in or anything like that, no? Good. Now we still have energy left. And what could we make? We could make this for more light. Which is 0.1 per second. It is an ability though, that's kinda... It's kinda dumb. That is kinda cool, to be honest. This is something I would consider as an ability. And we do have, I mean, the auto dock is not set in stone that we need it. You know, let's unlock it just so we could think about it. Our roof is free as well. But this requires unstable. And the advanced workbench, okay. Alright, then you will not believe what we are going to put there. We go to utility, go to site storage, and I know, nobody could have seen this coming. It's more storage. Ah, yep. It's more storage. The once so sleek car is slowly but surely being transformed into a... Well, it's not an abomination, but we are adding. Yeah, let's call it that. I don't know if I want to make another round. How is Sketchy looking? Oh, it's like a... Oh... Wait. Do we have yellow? We have... Oh my god, we have yellow. Okay, hear me out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Borderlands car. And although these things help to see my car, I don't really need them since I always have a compass on the top, which tells me where it is. Alright, and now, to make it real Borderlands, how is this yellow? That is Hyperion yellow. I love it. It looks disgusting. I love it. Hey, Malek. Looking like piss. Did I... What? Haven't I done this one? Ah, whatever. You know, it has something, yeah. I'm not sure if it's a good something, but it definitely has something. Neat. Very neat. So refreshing that there was no much junk laying in front of me. Okay, this is where Tobias and the other one reside. And, okay, this all here is forest. And this here is all of this bog, or is this something else as well? Interestingly, we could go here now. Why can't we not go from here to there? I mean, we can target this because there is no stable exits, but why can't we target this? No stable exits, no stable exit, no stable exit. Yeah, obviously. And this is a dead end. A dead end without stable exits, I guess? Well, I actually want to go here, but, you know. Anyway. Is there a inside change possibility? You hear that noise? That was the zapper hitting the wall. Okay. Wow. That is... wow. It is a bit higher than I expected. I am going to be completely honest here. I didn't expect it to be this high. I mean, it's good that it is that powerful, but holy shit, it's powerful. So yeah, use this with caution and with the right idea what you want to do. And maybe we need some wings as well, or some gliding possibilities. But this is really, really high. Way higher than what I ever expected.